Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Well done, we're nearly at the end of the week. Only one more day to go. Thank you so much, everyone, for all the work that you have been putting onto the portfolios. It's really great. So much easier for me to comment on. A few little shout outs this morning. So I've had loads of artwork and really, really nice artwork as well. So I've had some great artwork from Tian, Joan and Syra. Thank you for that. If it's okay with you all, I would love to share some of those onto Class Stories so that other people can see them and get some inspiration. And I've had loads of workbook work in from Laura, so thank you so much for that as well, Laura. I'm going to try and keep this quite brief today because I'm very aware that you've had some quite long videos this week. So I'm going to whiz through the answers to your comprehension, quickly just discuss something about your maths, and then I will leave you to your day to get on with your work. So we are on to the questions 4 to 7 for Peter Pan. So question 4, why do you think Wendy hesitates in line 17? So I'm going to find the part that says, but Wendy hesitated. Now I need to read around it because at the moment I don't understand what she's doing when she hesitates, which will give me an indication of why. So before it says, I say, cried John, why shouldn't we all go out? Of course it was to this that Peter had been luring them. Michael was ready. He wanted to see how long it took him to do 1 billion miles, but Wendy hesitated. Now there's a really important word there, and it's but. And that tells me, but is an important conjunction that tells me Wendy doesn't feel the same as Michael. So Michael was ready, but Wendy hesitated. So I would say, why do you think she hesitates? I expect it is because she feels nervous about leaving the house and flying outside of the house. So question 5, how does Peter try to tempt the 3 children to go with him? So I had to think about this question a little bit, and I think it's just finding the right spot. So it's in the same section as we were looking at before, where it says Peter had been luring them, which means attracting them, trying to tempt them out of the house. And it says, mermaids, said Peter again, and there are pirates. So he's trying to tempt them out by telling them about the things that they might experience when they go out. So by mentioning about mermaids and pirates, he's trying to tempt them by giving them those ideas, by giving them and letting them picture in their heads the things that they'll see if they venture outside. How do you think the children's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Darling, are feeling in lines 22 to 27? So I'm going to go down to this part, and I read it through first of all, and I'm looking for words that tell me how they might feel. And there's one part that really stands out for me, and it says, the most heart-gripping sight of all. So heart-gripping is almost what I imagine to be, if someone grips your heart, it's sort of heart-stopping. You're shocked, you're nervous. So I would say, I think that they are feeling shocked and nervous, 1 point, as it says that the most heart-gripping sight of all was 3 figures in night attire. So I need to give that evidence from the text. I need to reference that point for 2 marks. Question 7, in Peter Pan, Peter never grows up. Do you want to be a child forever? Explain your answer. Obviously that is one that I can't answer for you, but again it's a 2-mark question, so you'll need to write yes or no, and you'll need to explain why. An even better answer might be if you can reference something from the text. So I'd love to see those answers. If you want to pop them over to me or pop them on your class portfolio, that would be amazing. Right, next thing from me. Year 4s, today you are looking at negative numbers in your maths work. Now I just wanted to remind you, it's a bit tricky because I think this is going to be backwards, which isn't what I want at all, but when you are thinking about negative numbers, I want you to remember that we count from a number, we get to 0, and then we're going back from 0. So we sort of talk about it as that opposite realm when we go into the negatives, and suddenly negative numbers, -7, we think, well, -7 must be bigger than -1. However, we have to think about which number is closer to 0. So always remember that closer to 0, and draw a number line to help you. Number lines are invaluable when you are doing negative numbers. So if you're a little bit stuck on that, use those to help you. I'm really looking forward to hopefully seeing some of you tomorrow morning at 9 for the book swap. So just remember, I'll be out on the gate. You just need to, I'm going to go through your trays now and get your books out. If you know that you want a different book, you need to let me know as soon as possible really now, because I'll need to change that before 9 o'clock tomorrow. So 9 till 9:30, I'll be outside, I'll be on the gate with your books ready to change them. And also it'll be a nice excuse for a bit of a socially distanced hello and catch up. If you don't want to come in, that's absolutely fine. It's just an option that's there for you. If you've got books at home, then that is fine. We will ask, if you come, parents, you'll need to just make sure that you're wearing a mask, and I'll be wearing gloves before I touch anything and when I pass things over to you, just to try and keep everyone nice and safe. Okay, sorry, I've tried to talk as quickly as possible to try and get that over and done with. Tomorrow I'm going to try and do, it'll be Friday, so I will talk about star learners and try and have a nice bit of praise. And I'm also really looking forward to receiving your writing at the end of this week. It's a good writing task this week. Okay, thank you very much everyone, bye!